Okay, Sagittarians, let's get started. I know you're all curious about your love life. So let's see what's going on. I feel like for some of you, definitely this retrograde is making old lovers or people from the past pop up into your life. Just be a bit careful. They are part of your past for a reason. It's also advised that you don't make any major decisions in love while Venus is in retrograde. So to be completely safe, you might want to wait until the end of May, really, until after the 20th of May to really act on something major in your love life, or even in terms of money. And it's not really a good time for you guys to be making major money decisions as well. And you probably, on that note, want to stay away from risk taking, like gambling. I guess obviously there's never a good time for having an affair, but be careful with that as well. It's not a good time to be taking risks like that. Okay. So let's see what this reading has to say for you. Okay. Okay, so the first card, the heart of the matter, is the Father of Cups. So this is a Scorpio energy, but this could also just be somebody who embodies the qualities of a Scorpio. So deep, dark, kind of mysterious, somebody who is good at heart, who has good intentions, but who can be a bit misunderstood. He can appear to be a bit too sensitive to people. So I feel like this is definitely a love interest for you guys, a Scorpio, or a Scorpio male or female, or somebody who is very in touch with their feminine side, with their emotional side, but also somebody who can be quite hard to get to know. There's definitely that sense of mystery, and that might be, extremely appealing to you. So that could be working in his favor. But I do feel like after a while it can be frustrating for you. But let's see what the other cards have to say. Ooh, wow, so a heavy card, but also a freeing and liberating card. We have Judgment, a major arcana card. And as you can see, this lovely dove, I want to say, is flying, soaring above. So there's, the idea of rising above something. And this is definitely, this has to do with past mistakes, past transgressions, past hurt and disappointments. This is about forgiveness, and this is about finally accepting things for what they were, and no longer trying to change things, just kind of accepting things and moving past that, rising above, forgiving everyone who was involved, forgiving yourself, and just sort of letting bygones be bygones, and just looking forward, looking to the future, and no longer letting the past have a hold on you. So since this is in the recent past position, I do feel like this is something that you already decided to do. You may still be feeling the effects of it. You might still be going through it, but this is something that is definitely starting to be in the past. So you're already taking the proper steps to forgive yourself. You're taking the steps to heal, and you're at a new place in your life when you've kind of had this clarity, and this you've had this feeling that you need to move on to something better, and you're working your way towards that. Something for you to think about or to meditate on is this Father of Pentacles. Okay, so you have another Father card. So I know some people might tell you that two Father cards, two Kings cards, this might mean trouble or some sort of focus or drama with your father. Maybe some of you are going to become fathers, or if you're a lady, if you're a woman, you might there might be maybe issues with your baby daddy, or you might very well be getting pregnant. That's what I'm getting. But this also could mean just somebody, a love interest in your life. So this could be someone from the past, or maybe the Scorpio is someone from your past. The Father of Pentacles is associated with Taurus. So, I mean, maybe you have a Taurus and a Scorpio in your life, and you're trying to see what qualities work for you, and maybe you have to choose between two guys or two women, and they're pretty different. They're both fixed signs, so they're both stable and reliable, but the Father of Pentacles has a better, I guess, prospect, a better outlook in terms of his finances. And the Father of Cups, the Scorpio, might be a little unstable in that regard. And he also might be too emotional for you, the Scorpio. Whereas the Father of Pentacles, he's pretty grounded, although he might be too cold for some of you. So I feel like there might be that that play, that sort of compare and contrast between somebody who is too emotional and somebody who is not emotional enough. So I feel like for some of you that's going to be a major theme for you in March. There's going to be that decision of too much emotion or not enough emotion, and kind of finding somebody who satisfies kind of the middle ground for you. And so the outcome card is this Eight of Swords. So I feel like you were making progress, and now you're kind of taking some steps backwards. I feel like maybe you're feeling emotions are heightened around this time, and this could be it's a very exciting and lively time for you, but I feel like it can also be a bit much. And I feel like for some of you it makes you want to hide away, and if you're having to choose between two people, I feel like you almost just don't want to make that decision, and you're just kind of pushing everyone away, and you're kind of hiding yourself and hiding your true self, and you're sort of just letting all the external influences get the best of you, and you're not really you're not really owning up to your responsibilities and to what you need to be doing. And I feel like you're still working through this, you're still kind of recovering from some things in the past, and you're still sort of learning how to spread your wings. But I do feel like you can look to sort of a father figure, or somebody who you can depend on, somebody who has always been there for you, and look to them for support, and look for them to help you reunite with your yourself, and with your passion, or with your confidence, at least with your self-confidence. You need to harbor that self-esteem, that self-confidence, and that courage, because it's a fun time for you. There's a lot of people to meet. There's a lot of things, new exciting things to do. But I feel like you might be getting scared. It might be just too overwhelming for you, and you might not be used to, that level of adventure and action in your life. But I do feel like, you're on the right path. You've been taking the steps to let the past go and to really embrace who you are and embrace your life for what it is now, which hasn't been hard, which hasn't been easy for you. And it is going to be a long process. It's not going to happen overnight. And you should feel proud for how far you've come already, for how well you're doing, how strong you are. But I do feel like you need to, maybe it is a good time for you to reach out to somebody who you trust and kind of confide in them. And for those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like there is that possibility of fertility. If not, then there's some sort of issue with a father or a father-in-law or a father figure. So look out for that. The main thing is for you to not hide who you are, not feel the need to run away from your problems or to run away from showing people who you are. I feel like you'll be pleasantly surprised with how people react to you, how people receive you. You're going to be accepted and you're going to be liked. So I don't think you need to worry about that. You're only going to deprive yourself of, positive feelings and good opportunities, and you're just going to miss out. So I would advise you to really just go for it. Step out of your comfort zone and really try not to think about it too much. Just kind of have fun with it. Yep, so your crowning card is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I do feel like there is some drama, some sort of struggle in terms of putting your best foot forward, in terms of trying to make a foundation or to build onto something. I feel like right now is not a good time for you to be committing to anything, to be making any major love or financial decisions. It's not a good time for you to be investing in anything. It's not a good time for you to be gambling. I would be careful with your resources now. Like I said, I do feel like it's a good time for you to reach out to people, reach out to maybe a father figure, or reach out to somebody who you at least trust and you value their opinion. Because right now it's kind of not unstable, but you're not at a place where you're going to settle down. This is not a place for you to lay down roots. This is a time for you to still explore and to develop yourself. But I do feel like you don't have to worry too much, even if it's not a place where you're going to be settling down. It's not someone you're going to be settling down with. It's still an opportunity for you to learn a lot about yourself and to develop yourself. And don't worry that the ground beneath you is unstable, because you do have wings and you can survive whatever happens. Not only survive, but you don't even have to worry about anything falling through or going down. That's a part of life. And I think right now that's necessary for you to experience these things and to strengthen the relationship that you have with yourself. So again, reach out to somebody and help them help you to rediscover all the good things about yourself. Sometimes it takes somebody else to remind you of those things. So definitely, I feel like there's going to be good friendships in your surroundings that can help you. And for some of you, you probably have to, there's going to be a couple or maybe more than that. There's going to be more than one potential candidate for you. And you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed or scared, but again, just kind of have fun with it and just explore different parts of yourself and explore the fun that comes with something that's uncertain. So now I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle deck, getting into the vortex, and we'll see what message is for you. Okay. So have a look at that card. And it says, our opinions about our children can influence their relationship. Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. So the message on the back says, the more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all your relationships, but since you think about your child more than you do of most others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. So again, this does have to do with some of you getting news of a child on the way. For some of you who already have children, then there might be some issues, some father related issues. But this, like the card says, this is true of all your relationships, but it is especially true with that parent-child relationship, because that bond is so strong. But for any relationship, the behavior that you elicit from that other person is more about you than it is about the other person. So again, I feel like you need to be mindful of how you're interacting with people and kind of what you're finding out about them. It's more of a reflection of what you bring out in them as opposed to who they are on their own. So the more you see things in them that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. So I feel like right now, especially with this card, you might be kind of distancing yourself from other people, and it's kind of just cycling into like a like that feedback loop where you're not responding well to them, and then they're distancing themselves from you. So that's more of a reflection. I mean, it takes two people to be in a relationship, but on your part, what you can do is stop worrying about the uncertainty of things and have fun with it. Because the more you worry about the outcome of things, and you worry that things aren't going to work out, the more likely it is that it's not going to work out because of your attitude towards that situation. So I feel like definitely your opinions are going to influence the nature and the outcome of your relationship. And if you hide away like this, you're not really going to get much out of the relationships in your life. So I feel like you definitely need to stay on the right track and truly just embrace where you are right now in your life, and let the past go and focus on right now. Thank you so much for watching, for your time. I thank you. I really appreciate it. I especially love all the thumbs up, all the comments. You don't understand. My heart stops every time I get a YouTube notification. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate your kind words and for taking the time to listen to me. I do hope that these messages do something for you and that they help you, they resonate with you. I do personal readings as well. Just send me an email, solitairthesailor@gmail.com, and they are 100% free for the moment. I do accept donations, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from those one-on-one sessions as well, so that's really great to hear. I love all the feedback. So again, if you haven't watched your March 2017 general reading, check those out as well. It'll give you a more complete picture of what's in store for you. And check out your other signs, your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, maybe your Venus sign, because Venus is in retrograde and her effects are magnified. So again, just kind of watch whatever sign you resonate with, and if there's something specific that you want to know, or if you're still not really relating to these videos, please reach out to me, send me an email, and we can I'll email you a personal reading, and that might be more relevant to your situation. So just send me an email, and I look forward to your next reading, and I hope to see you guys in April. I am also posting additional videos, not just tarot readings, but some explanation videos of what tarot actually is, and giving you my take on tarot, as well as some other videos. So keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you guys soon.